How do? My name is Andrew Hancock and I am a VMware technical architect from Yorkshire in the United Kingdom. I have worked with VMware since their birth in 1998, so that has been over 24 years I've been working with the VMware product catalogue. Some of my close colleagues may say, if you cut Andy in half these days, it reads VMware like a stick of rock from Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I have now written 130 articles and recorded 10 hours of VMware vSphere videos for Experts Exchange and received 41 Experts Exchange awards over the last 10 years working with the Experts Exchange community. I am currently the overall #1 point earner in the Hall of Fame at Experts Exchange. I am honoured to have been accepted into the VMware vExpert program since 2011 and more recently a VMware vExpert Pro for the last 3 years. Welcome back to another VMware Hancock's half hour, and I thought in this video I'm going to go a little bit off the wall and we're going to investigate some of the error messages and warnings that have actually popped up on our hosts in our cluster. And I've addressed some of these issues before on how to suppress configuration issues. I wrote an article back in 2018 on vSphere 5.5 of how to suppress configuration issues and system logs on hosts that are stored on non-persistent storage. And if we just sort of kind of recap and sort of kind of go back to our hosts, and we look at our first host here where it says system log is not configured on host ESXi 007, and this is probably, I would think, because of the syslog location has changed. I don't know why it would change as part of an update, but it possibly has. So we're going to get in and we're going to start doing a little deep dive, and we're going to get rid of that error message, and I'm going to show you, and we'll do that with all 3 servers, and I'll show you how to actually start storing your logs off non-persistent storage. Currently these ESXi 7 hosts are all booting off SD cards, and of course in the past 12 months or maybe longer there have been some various issues with ESXi 7, later versions of it running off SD cards and running off mirrored SD card solutions, which all these hosts have, and it was not supported, and now there's been a bit of an about turn done, and VMware Terminal says it is now supported. But anyway, so not a good idea really to have log files being written to USB flash drives or SD cards. So we're going to move them off onto our shared storage. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So if we select the host followed by configure, and we actually want to look at the advanced system settings, and we actually want to look for the syslog global logdir, and I'm going to click edit, and I'm going to go right to the end. There's an awful lot of these advanced variables, and I'm just going to go back to the syslog. It does actually give us a warning there about modifying configuration parameters unsupported. Continue only if you know what you're doing. Okay. Syslog logdir. Okay, here it is here. So this is the entry that I want to edit. So I'm going to go to our NAS, and I quite like to follow a similar mechanism here. So I'm going to create a logs followed by a dot locker. So I'm going to create logs and create a folder called locker.locker. Now I'm actually doing this directly on the NAS. I could do it from one of our hosts. If I just click cancel on there and I pick one of our hosts and I look at data stores, and I can browse the data store, and I can do it in exactly the same way. And I create new folder. So I'm going to create a folder for each individual server, ESXi 007. new folder, 9, new folder. I'm going to update each server in turn to point to the new log file. So configure, advanced system settings. I'm going to have to basically go to the end, and I'll just drop back. Okay, so VMFS volumes and our NFS underscore lab NAS. VMS volumes NFS underscore lab dash NAS logs.locker.esx0007 followed by OK. And did you actually basically see that that just very quickly disappeared? And hopefully if we actually now go to our locker file, we can actually start to see that all the logs are now being started to be written in real time to this location, and we can actually see that that warning there has disappeared. I'm just going to click refresh, and you can actually see now that we've got no warnings at all highlighted for ESXi 007. So I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So here it's telling us that we've got no core dump. We'll come back to that in another video, but I'm going to do exactly the same thing again. I'm going to go to configure, I'm going to go to advanced system settings, I'm going to edit, I'm going to drop to the end. Could do this via PowerShell, or I could do this via the SSH and ESX CLI command, and edit there. So VMFS volumes, NFS underscore lab NAS, logs, dot locker. I thought that might have been a comma I put in there. ESXi 009. OK. And if we go to our Synology NAS, then we can actually start to see that our logs are being written to a data store. And we're going to do exactly the same and repeat. Go to the end, drop back. I'm watching the screen here and I can't see it moving. There we go, and this time because I actually cut and pasted, and I'm going to click OK. We're going to go to our lab NAS. We're going to have a little look in there, and there we go. Okay, so what have we done in this video? We've addressed the issue of the error message of configuration issues, system logs on host are stored on non-persistent storage, and we saw that example on ESXi 007, whereby oddly there had been some change that's happened when we applied the latest update that changed the log location. So now we've actually changed the configuration using the syslog variable to actually push those logs and write those logs now onto our LabNAS NFS storage. So all the logs here are all now being written to this location. Because we actually want to ensure that the reading and writing of logs to an SD card or USB flash drive doesn't wear them out, and occasionally the logs of an ESXi host can be written to memory, so on a host reboot you haven't actually basically got any of the logs to look at any of the issues. So quick one here, 10 minutes. So come back soon for the next video, and we'll start looking into this no core dump target has been configured, host core dumps cannot be saved, and we'll make some changes so we can actually basically get rid of that message, and we can start having a little look at this CVE 2018-3646 and this article here, which is about the meltdown issue with CPUs on various hosts. So anyway, thank you very much for watching, and be safe out there, and come back soon. Thank you very much.